In this video,
this is just the first stop, and this is so epic.
We are island hopping around southern Thailand.
The things you can do when you get up early, man.
Enjoying delicious Thai food.
No, I like them thick, I like them floppy.
And trying to soak up some of the beauty this area has to offer.
Good morning from Phuket, Thailand. So it's pretty early. We're not really morning people. It's a little after 4 a.m. right now. And we are going to go on a little road trip to escape what is now Phuket, which should be an epic adventure today, so come along with us. Can't forget helmets. Alright, here's where the scooters park. The problem is, I think ours is buried. I don't think I've ever seen the streets this empty before. We're coming up to a very busy intersection normally, and it's usually packed with people, but it's empty. The beauty of being early, I guess, right? So this is the intersection, and as you can see in Thailand, there is a countdown timer. So people feel like it's a race.
Actually more cars than I thought at like 4:30.
Yeah.
So the reason for our early wake-up call this morning is to see the sunrise over the islands in Phang Nga. Phang Nga is a province in southern Thailand, just north of Phuket. Google Maps said it should take us about an hour to get there, but with our two booties on this scooter, it took us about an hour and a half to get to our destination.
Alright, we made it to the parking base, and then I think we can hike up. Parked in the scooty. So we arrived. There's a little charge like everywhere in Thailand. You can take a car for 90 or you can walk for 30. We wanted to do this walk.
We're the only ones.
And we're the only ones. Our butts were hurting after that hour and a half scooter ride.
Honestly, the last thing we wanted to do is sit some more after that scooter ride.
Oh, the first light is coming up. We're on the sand road. We're hustling a bit, but it's pretty exhausting. It's pretty steep.
We continued to hike to the top while being passed by trucks full of people who were looking at us like we were crazy.
Look at this view. We're not there yet.
Wow.
We have to make it to the top, but this is amazing. We're walking. I think it wasn't about the money. We wanted to get some exercise in after that long drive.
Also feels more like an accomplishment if I go up, right?
Yeah, like we earned this beautiful visual reward, but I feel like we're missing part of it because it's 6:08 right now. Before the sun fully rises, there's always these beautiful colors.
At this point, we started speed walking up this hill. The brightening light gave us visual of our extremely sandy feet, but we were thankful we decided to walk since two trucks after us missed some of these beautiful sunrise colors.
I would say this feels a bit like the Halong Bay of Thailand around here. So we made it up a little sweatier than normal, but that ride, that was pretty hard on our butts.
It was also way longer than Google said.
Yeah.
1.5 hours, and it was cold at times.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of people here, but it's not too crowded. This is epic.
We spent the next hour watching and admiring this view. Our clips don't quite do this marvelous landscape justice. Even with flying drones, Instagram photo shoots, everyday tourists, and vloggers such as ourselves, it was a pleasant sunrise with everyone unanimously admiring this view. There's just something so magical about a sunrise over water.
So I think you can rent a bungalow here, stay overnight, and you can just appear when the sunrise instead of driving up in the butt crack of dawn like we did. Gonna eat my banana.
It's a very epic area. It reminds me a lot of Halong Bay.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like that, these steep little islands in this bay area. Didn't know there were no beaches. There's a huge mangrove forest just on the bottom here. It's pretty epic.
It's quite beautiful. It feels very nature-esque, but it also feels, again, like very tourist setup. With the ride up, you can take a truck up and then everyone's taking photos and stuff. Gonna shove a banana down my throat. Let's go.
It's gonna be the thumbnail.
We have to make this epic. No one watches our travel vlogs. They want to see him go to Walmart and
Do it. Okay. Oh my God.
At 7:10, it feels like vacant.
Everyone
left. The sunrise is done. It could be if you're on a tour group or something.
Yeah, we're just in this little cabana right now. Still have a good view, and the people were all lined up on that edge there. That's pretty nice, very cool. And we're gonna see if we can do more in this area.
We headed back down to the parking lot, and we could finally see the path that made our shoes so dusty.
It's like the moon. We're on the moon.
Yeah, this is some dirty. Good things we wore our Crocs.
What's happening? We're sinking. We're sinking.
What are you thinking about?
Look at that. Holy cow.
Man made it to the moon.
I have to say, I kind of enjoy being out of Phuket a little bit because it's the hustle and bustle down there. It's very busy. The traffic is crazy. It's just tourists everywhere. It became a little bit of a shit show. And just going here north, we crossed the bridge to the mainland of Thailand. Just being up here, it's a different vibe. It gives us this finally back in Thailand, in the wild, in the tropical island again. That feeling, it's very nice.
So we're just kind of winging it today. I have like a rough plan mapped out. This was like the main thing I wanted to be able to be here in time and see. We're gonna try to go down to the pier, try to rent a boat, maybe see some of these islands. We'll see if it all works out. We did not book anything. We're just gonna try to go. Sometimes a little nicer because then you're not in these big crowds and stuff. By the end of this, we'll definitely have some awesome Thai food. Like, no worries.
We got a little dirty, but we successfully completed the sunrise quest, and on to the next quest of trying to book a boat to see some islands. We head to the Hin Rom Pier, passing new development and villages, until we made our way to a dirt road through the mangroves that led us to the pier we were looking for. Thankfully, someone was there, and Phil successfully negotiated a private boat tour for us with 4 island stops. We'll tell you the price at the end of the tour, but let us know in the comments how much you think this tour costs.
We're just heading out now. What are you doing? There's a schmo crawling.
We just successfully booked a Longtail boat. It's one of the iconic ways to travel around the islands here in southern Thailand, and I really like this part. We've done this on Koh Phi Phi before, but that was years ago, and it's very different now. This is our first time coming up to this section. We've never been to like James Bond Island or any of these islands here, but we're going to kayak and explore.
At this point, it is a little before 8 a.m., and we are one of the few boats on the water, passing gorgeous limestone rock protruding from the sea.
Just look how incredible. You have these beaches, these little coves.
It is so chill to just leave this little village there. The water is so calm and you just immediately in between these mountains here. It's very cool. Imagine living there, man. So connected to nature and the water.
One of the benefits of these smaller longtail boats is we get to pull directly into some of these small caves and beaches.
We're going into the cave. The Cave of Wonders. How awesome is this? Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness, there's so many bats.
Oh, dude. We just literally drove into this little cove here.
We step foot onto this beach, and fortunately our guide doesn't leave us.
No, don't leave.
And he provided us with flashlights so we could see deeper into the darkness.
Oh, Captain Crab.
This is a small cave on the island of Koh Lana with glistening stalactite and stalagmite.
This would totally not be legal in like Germany. You just drive into some random cave on an island and go in here and just explore for yourself without any rules, basically. It's pretty cool.
This is beautiful. These are glistening. I don't know if you can see this. That's amazing. Look how tiny Phil is and look how large this cave is.
Right here. Dude, that white rock looks crazy. And then he's all these formations on top there. These are so green. I don't know if you can tell. And when we came in, just a bunch of bats. Yeah, there they are, all the way on top there. Just flying around. Just watched Indiana Jones, feel like it a bit.
And then you can come out here and see these caves. How epic is this? This is just the first stop, and this is so epic. I can't believe this, and it's a lot of fun seeing it and experiencing something new.
We say goodbye to the bats and head off to the next island.
Usually we're still in bed by now. The things you can do when you get up early, man, crazy. So we're coming close to Koh Phanak, which is the next second island on our stop here. There's already a couple of boats there.
Which has a bigger beach, meaning wider boats can pull up as well.
Next island, we just arrived from the ocean right there. 2 other tour boats, however, they are leaving and we're going in.
This cave is called the Ice Cream Cave due to the ice cream shaped rock formations.
Follow the light. Come, little moth. Come to the light.
So it's pretty cool. Right now, everybody left. It's so calm in here. It's cool because it's on these small islands, man. And these islands are just pure rocks coming out of the ocean. And yeah, man, I don't know. It's pretty cool that they have so many of these here and that you could just go with these boats.
And perhaps we were in this cave a little too long as we started to make shadow figures.
Rough. Perfect.
And began to contemplate life.
Whenever we're out and about in nature and doing things, I'm always like, why did I study finance and economics? Why didn't I do something cool like biology or animals, marine biology, or study rocks? Rocks would have been cooler. Geology would have been cooler than what I studied. I'm not even using my degree anymore. Technically, this would have been way cooler.
There's life in here. Humanoid life.
But we finally made it to the light and the other side of the cave.
Came to the end of the cave. Look at this lagoon. Wow, I want to jump in there. And there's Philly. Looks like a mole coming out with its little light.
Cave is just giving birth to me right now.
With that awakening experience, we departed from this beach and headed back out into the sea.
Sun's coming out a bit more. It's getting definitely warmer and we're off to the next one.
The most famous island in this Phang Nga Bay area would have to be Koh Tapu, more commonly known as James Bond Island, for its appearance in a Bond film. However, we decided to skip this island stop since it's often busy with large commercial-sized boats full of people. We opted for another island that allows us to canoe around it.
So this is Koh Hong. Koh, by the way, means island. So Hong Island. These cave formations are just crazy. Dude, look at that. That looks like an alien planet, surreal. Just crazy to think it's all the water just over thousands of years or however long that did that. So cool.
And fitting to Phil's alien planet theme is this jellyfish life form trying to catch a ride. Dude, I don't know if you can see that jellyfish, but they're all over Phuket right now. There's just a single one, but it's huge. Like, that is a massive one right there. Surprised to see it out here. Wow. While trying to escape the jelly, we rented a canoe for 600 baht. We thought we could just go around ourselves, but a tour guide was required.
What's your name?
Phil
Huh?
and Deana.
Deana.
Your name?
Chang.
Chang.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right, this is the service. They come with the kayak to your boat, pick you up. It's good service.
Hello. Welcome to Hong Island.
Hong Island.
And I couldn't let Chang do all of the work, so I took over paddling through the open waterways
Good captain. Tomorrow come with me.
while he navigated us through these narrow tunnels and caves.
Careful your head, okay? Don't
Tight.
have very sharp rope. Don't worry.
It was a lot of fun going through these different caves and seeing some of these beautiful sights.
I keep doing these shots every time we come out of the caves because they look so epic. Like, this looks so epic every time we come out of the caves. Bam!
Chang told us fun facts about the area, and a lot of the rocks have different names based on their shapes.
Mouth, nose, eye.
Oh, yeah.
Look like a big fish.
Yes. Oh, wow. That's huge.
Very big.
That looks awesome. This is the honeymoon cave. We're a little late, but could still count.
My friend, you take picture of sky, look like heart shape. Up
Oh,
to
yeah,
sky.
yeah. So in this position, the sky turns into a heart shape. You can tell. That's why it's the honeymoon cave.
And while admiring the honeymoon cave view, within minutes he made this beautiful flower.
I made this for you.
Oh,
With
you did
me.
it. Thank you.
Happy holiday.
Thank you! That's beautiful.
This is the type of sightseeing I love to do. It's active and around water, and that's what I live for. But it had to come to an end, and we thanked him for a great tour and had to say goodbye to Chang.
Our tour guide with the kayak, he said in a couple of hours it's going to get really busy. I guess during the day they do this trip all throughout. He said the kayak tour he's doing 4 or 5 times a day and it's going to get way busier. So it's better to come early as usual to see these things.
We head off to the 4th and final stop on this boat tour.
Okay, so this is our last stop on our boat tour.
This is Koh Sa Ang Yai, a less popular and smaller island, having distracted 2 other longtail boats in order to dock at this cave entrance.
Let's see if Phil will make it across. You made it! You made it!
For light.
Woo!
This cave was quite spacious with high ceilings and layered stairs. The perfect island cave during any zombie apocalypse.
This is a 10 out of 10 day and it's not even noon yet. Like, I guess stuff can happen before noon.
So right now we're heading home towards the coast. Overall this will be about a 2.5 hour journey. and we paid 2,000 baht for the private boat, plus 600 for the kayaking at Hong Island.
Yeah.
And I think it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
I think you can negotiate a little harder if you're a little more persistent and used to it, but we thought, hey, 2,000, they started at 2,500, we did it for 2,000, so I think that's not too bad.
Yeah, you can always do it cheaper, you can always do it more expensive, but I think this is a good price-leistungsverhältnis, a good price-performance ratio for this. I mean, if you want to tip the guys, you can always do that too, but I think overall this is totally worth the cost.
Yeah, and I also think this is probably the best day we had on Phuket.
Weekday, go on a weekday.
Yeah, go on a weekday, go early with the sunset, and then this right in front of it, the possibility to do that, super nice. And we're just standing on the boat here right now, leaning on the roof, and it's just, I don't know, it's just nice, man.
And as we get lost on an empty beach in Phang Nga and look for food, we wanted to remind you to like the video and subscribe to our channel. You can further support us on patreon.com/Deana and Phil, where we make additional monthly videos for certain tiers. We wanted to shout out our family tier patrons: Ethan Mitchell, Heather Kuffner, Hessen Metro, Tarek Malkosh, Klaus Iser, Lee Lim, Robert J. Casper, Mayan Demert, Sherry and Keith Dennis, Jessica Saransak, Jeff Standen, Debbie and Ray Gordon, Micah Munn, and James Lovecamp. Thank you all for your support, and now let's eat.
So after that excursion to Phang Nga Bay, we just drove down to Phuket, just crossed the bridge, the little bridge that separates the mainland from the peninsula. You could say it's the biggest island. Some people might say it's just a peninsula. But anyway, we just came down here, and one of the furthest northwestern beaches is Mai Khao Beach, which is right there.
Beautiful. We've actually never been up here, and it's a lot of resorts here.
True. And I feel like the further north and west you go up the beaches, the more resorty it gets, and the airport is very close. Anyway, we came down here to this restaurant at the beach, but we wanted to end the day here midday with some nice Thai food. And since it's kind of like a day of water, we opted for seafood. I got some stir-fried shrimp with some Thai vegetables in some sauce with rice, and they market hard the seafood here at these restaurants. What you get though is at these restaurants, this seems a little touristy, a little resorty, a little elevated price level. So this dish was 150 baht, and I have 3 big shrimps in there, prawns, and as usual, you have to perform the operation yourself.
Some people eat that.
Oh, that came off pretty nicely. And then you have a nice shrimp here. It tastes very seafoody, very nice. And I generally like how much shrimp, squid and octopus plays a role in Thai cuisine. So very good. And then the typical stir-fried sauce with some rice here. I love that. Basil. It's not the cheapest, but it's very good tasting. So pretty happy. And I mean, look at the surrounding. I think this is the selling point of this place, right? Yeah. You're just right at the beach. It's a nice beach. It's not overrun by people. And you can just have a nice Thai meal here.
And I went with one of my classic orders in Thailand. First off, a mango shake. It's beautiful. It's fresh mangoes just in a blender with some water, some ice, sometimes some sugar syrup. You can ask for no sugar if you want.
Is it good though?
It's awesome. Anyways, I got these nice, beautifully stir-fried fat rice noodles, and I love these type of noodles. I think when people think of rice noodles, they often think of vermicelli noodles or these thin rice noodles or even like the pad thai noodles. No, I like them thick. I like them floppy. They're so good. And this one is a seafood stir fry. We have some squid in there. We have some corn, some carrots, some prawns. It looks awesome. I'm excited to try it. And I love these thick noodles because they remind me a little bit of like he fan, a Chinese dish. It's a big noodle bite.
Well, show us the biggest one you can build. Nice.
A beautiful bite. I'm so hungry today. I just love, look at these noodles. Look at how thick they are. They're just these fat, thick, slimy, like chewy texture of noodles. They're so good.
Oh no, your dish looks kind of like better than mine. Mine is just like a whole bunch of rice with a little bit of sides, and yours is amazing.
Typical. He gets jealous of my food orders often, and sometimes I get jealous of his, so I guess we'll end up sharing is what's gonna happen. Meal destroyed. So good. Honestly, like such a great day. I'm so happy.
Now check it out. This is Mai Khao Beach. We're just stepping out. The restaurant was right there. And then this beach is super long. All the way in the distance, dude, it even disappears in the mist back there. But that's also where the airport is, and the planes should come in there.
This restaurant was the definition of farm to table. It's literally ocean to table. You see them coming in with their like loads of seafood that they just catch.
Oh yeah, damn, this beach is endless. And it's another one that's definitely on the nicer side because it's way emptier than the super touristy ones in the south, like Patong and Kata and Karon. Those are the ones at this point you should avoid if you're looking for peace in your vacation. I think this is gonna be it. This was our epic day out there in Phang Nga Bay. I hope I'm saying that right. The sunset was nice. Pretty
You keep saying
nice.
sunset, it's sunrise.
And the sunrise was nice. Overall, pretty nice adventure.
Yeah. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye. By the way, guys, if you like traveling or food, one or the other, maybe consider sticking around and subscribing to the channel. We release videos every week.
We're going around Asia.
We're going around Asia, eventually the whole wide world. The whole wide world.
Wild world.